Alright, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today back with another game review. I really don't have much to say there. That was just honestly, I think that's just hockey sometimes. You had a great first period there, and you just kind of, as the game went on, your play just diminished and diminished and diminished, and you just didn't really pick it back up. Couple breakdowns on some goals. I don't know. I mean, honestly, it felt like I thought the lines were actually pretty good tonight, to where it didn't necessarily matter too much. JVR, Coots, Farabee still keeping that line together. Lawton, he's connecting. He had a great showing last game against Pittsburgh. Drew, Patrick, Voracek, so they put Patrick back at center, G at wing. Lindblom on the fourth line there. He slips in with Bunneman and Albie-Cabell. Myers comes back for this game. Provy goes, Sanheim, Myers, Gus, and Braun. So Gus comes back after 3 games there, being a healthy scratch. Is paired with Braun. Again, I don't really think any of the lines played bad. Samsonov was just insane for Washington tonight. Had 36 saves, 37 shots. I mean, after that 1-0 goal by the Flyers in the first period, where they completely dominated the Caps, I mean, literally, the Flyers were so good on the forecheck, and that was one thing that Alain Vigneault had talked about, was that, their forecheck has to get better, and it has improved. I mean, you look at stretches from the beginning of the season until now, I'd say their last 5 to 7 games, their forecheck has been a lot better. It's had its issues, but they've been able to score goals 5-on-5, and again, the forecheck's gotten better. They've gotten physical, they've gotten pucks, cycled well, moved it back to the point, and then, as I said, they've scored goals. So, for the most part, it was great in the first period. And then, the Flyers, they get a goal. They were all over Washington. The Caps had 3 icings in the first 4.5, 5 minutes. They're just completely owning play. I mean, they were so quick to the puck, hounding the Caps defenseman coming out. And then they score off really nice defensive play by Coots at the red line, Flyers blue line, chips it out. Lawton goes up. Farabee, he goes up 2-on-1 with JVR, and again, he scores 5-hole, and it's a 1-0 Flyers lead. Great defense to offense play there, and again, really nice poke there from Coots to set that one up. Flyers power play after that, great shift from the Patrick line. They draw a penalty, good work from Voracek. Move puck, got some chances, pretty good power play overall. TK has a chance on a 3-on-2 rush. Hayes behind the back pass, curl and drag shot, nice save by Samsonov there. And then Washington gets a power play here, as TK shoots it off that curl and drag and crashes the net, and then gets pushed by a Caps defender, and they call goalie interference, where Konechny literally gets pushed into Samsonov. He didn't even fall over, the goalie. He didn't even fall over. Konechny barely bumped him, and they call a goalie interference on that. Horrible call by Wes McCauley. It seemed like he only called that just to kind of really get the Caps into the game. I don't really understand what the point of it was. At least that's just kind of how I looked at it, because, again, it's a game where the Flyers were completely dominant up until that point. I don't know. End of the period, the Flyers ended up killing that off, though. Aggressive, played really smart. They didn't really give the Caps much room or time. If they had a setup, it was with 30, 40 seconds left, and the Flyers actually defended really well. They deflected all passes out. Hart had a couple good saves, and they ended up killing that one off. So, end of the period, shots were 14-7 in favor of the Flyers. Forecheck was great, and they have to keep it up. And that just didn't happen in the second period. It was literally all Caps domination. Turnovers early. I mean, right outside their blue line, had guys over skating the puck, reaching. Everything that you could think of went wrong. Caps were definitely pressing. The Flyers were on their heels for the first 7 minutes. Lots of turnovers, as I said, and they couldn't really get the offense going. The Caps were breaking it up, sending it right back through, and they go right back up. Flyers power play. Great move by Voracek to get to the middle. G draws a penalty in front on a charred trip. 5 seconds later, Wes McCauley calls another stupid penalty, which, again, I didn't necessarily agree with. I can see why he calls that, but I probably think 95 to 98% of the time that's let go as a puck battle, because, again, they're just kind of fighting off the draw, and he gets, stick caught in the feet, falls over. And I don't know. Just another bad call. So 4-on-4 for a little bit, and the Flyers get another power play. Delay a game on Carlson, 4-on-3 for 31 seconds. TK chance off a breakout. Caps 2-on-1 out of the box with Chara, which was so weird to see Chara on a 2-on-1. They had some good zone time on that power play, not many shots. Really nice shift from Hayes line. TK chance of 3-on-1. Sanheim hits the crossbar, and what happens? Caps can break down and tie it. Ovechkin, you could just smell that goal, because Ovechkin had 3 shots before this where they all whistled wide. And then he gets this one where Bunneman and Lindblom Bunneman falls, Lindblom's covering the right man. I don't really know what Bunneman was doing, and Ovechkin's wide open. And it's a defensive breakdown. They score. Later into the period, you get a questionable call on an icing call, where it didn't even look like the puck crossed the line. I think JVR won the race, and they still called it icing. So they call it icing, but okay, you have to deal with it. I understand it's a bad call, whatever. But two problems here. You lose the face-off clean with your number one center out there, and you have two guys go to the same guy. Like JVR and Farabee both go to the same dude, and Orlov just creeps in, shoots, score, and everybody wants to blame Hart for that. First of all, that's not an easy save. It's a moving shot. Orlov didn't stop the puck. It's a quick one-timer, and he beats him 5-hole. That's tough, especially when he's wide open. It's just a defensive breakdown. With 15.8 left, it's a 2-1 game. That's killer. That is killer to start a third period like that. And it sucks. The Flyers had to battle back there, and they just didn't. Shots on goal after the second were 22-20 in favor of the Flyers, 13-8 Washington in the period. The Flyers just could not get much going, and then Chara just wants to manhandle Farabee at the red line. They get the puck in, and Jensen has all the time in the world where he literally could have sat there and started to knit a scarf before he shot that puck. And he scores. It's 3-1. Beautiful shot. Nothing Hart could do. He's literally wide open. And yeah, that was it pretty much. Flyers get a power play. My God, the special teams is just terrible. Their power play, it has the execution. They just can't score. And I don't know what it is. I don't know. I feel like there's times they don't shoot enough. There's times where they can't get the break. I don't know. I mean, Samsonov was insane. He robbed Voracek in front on a really. Jake actually looked really good tonight. He had a couple of nice plays where he moved in the middle. Again, I don't really think anybody played bad. Sometimes that's just how it is. That's hockey. Samsonov was good, and that's it. I mean, the Flyers called timeout, empty net. Couldn't really get much going. Had a handful of times where they just had trouble getting through the zone there. But yeah, it sucks. Now you have Buffalo on Tuesday at home, and then the Capitals again Thursday and Saturday at home. Little couple homestand here. So first game in front of the fans, can't get it done. Flyers are now 12-7-3. Again, Flyers had 37 shots in this one, 56% face-off, so the Caps 44. Flyers go 0-for-4 on the power play again. So something has to give. I think I saw a stat that the power play is like 6 for 57 or 58 since like February 1st or something like that. It's just been bad. I don't know what they have to do. I have a feeling that there may be times where they don't, as I said, like they don't shoot enough or they can't get plays going. They might have to just go with the simple play instead, because I feel like there's a lot of times they go for that crazy passing play or the perfect play, if you want to call it that. I don't know. It's so frustrating because, again, it's a game where special teams hurt you. You had a crossbar and then they come down and score. It sucks. I mean, that is just hockey sometimes, and the Flyers fall 3-1 here tonight. Bounce back Tuesday against Buffalo, who is struggling right now. I think they have lost, I believe, 5-6 straight, something like that. So the Flyers definitely have a chance to pick up some points here. This game coming up, they're on a 2-game losing streak. And you had a 3-game win streak, and you've lost 3 of your last 4 games. So you really need to pick it up here because, again, it's getting a little later into the season as it's shortened. But again, I think as of now, the Flyers just have to. And again, I say this because it's still early on in the season, even though it's short. And again, I'm not panicking. There's no need to panic. I mean, the Flyers are a good team. And again, it's tough because you've played, as I said, you've pretty much played one game healthy. This is probably their second game that they've played healthy, but they've had guys coming back, it being their first game and things like that. Myers comes back from an injury. Raffle was out tonight, so they weren't even healthy. Raffle was hurt. Looked like it was a shortened injury, that, as I mentioned in the last video, I should say. He blocked a shot with his hand and he went off right away. Took his glove off, went right off right away. Easy for me to say there. And yeah, so again, you've played one game all year healthy, and you still have a over 500 record, and you've played some pretty good hockey with that. But I think it's just time that, Flyers got to pick up some wins here, because this is, it sucks. But it is what it is, and you're off to Buffalo on Tuesday at home. So let me know your guys' thoughts below. Remember, guys, podcast articles, those links are on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.